Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where I'm going to talk for a second about some upcoming travel I have. This will not affect YouTube content at all. In fact, because of the way I record, I should have everything squared away. So I will be why am I even going into this much detail? I'm leaving town on January the 7th, right? And I will be returning on, I believe it is the 11th. So not a full week, but it does intercept some of my going up videos. So the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. The 10th is already recorded. I will preempt the 8th and the 9th to make sure that we are good to go. Because, yes, this video is going up on the 4th. Right, look at me, I'm so smart. Anyway, I'll be out of town, nothing too crazy. Because of the way I record this, it won't change anything. In fact, you may not even have realized I was on travel if I hadn't told you. But yeah, it's weird thinking about travel in general in the current pandemic universe. I haven't done as much as I normally like. Prior to the pandemic, I was going somewhere international every year as a general rule, both for personal reasons, just to explore places, and for professional reasons because my job called for it. And I have barely traveled these past 2 years. And honestly, I'm going out of my mind. I really, really love travel in general. So it's going to be nice. I'm actually visiting some folks. I wanted to avoid Christmas time because there's too many people traveling. I wanted to dodge any kind of high risk activities in the middle of a high risk period. And so I decided to go after all the holidays were settled. It's also cheaper, which is nice. Anyway, I will be going super protected, like 100% mask up, and trying to. I'm already boosted and all sorts of other things, but hopefully I don't have any problems. But yeah, we'll see. You can never be too cautious in this kind of an system with the current pandemic situation. So here's hoping for the best. Anyway, I'm going to be traveling. I am very excited to do so, and hopefully, it is something that is more reasonable to do going forward. So, yeah, I'll probably be doing some back to back recordings here to make up that backlog. Shouldn't be too bad. And in case you have no idea what that backlog is made up of, we are playing just some regular old runs of Monster Train. I have a mod enabled that just turns off my win streaks, so nothing crazy. And yeah, we'll be continuing on. We just finished Echo Right, which was number 67, I believe, on the series. A good, nice win streak we have going. I threw away Echo Right, which is very surprising, by the way, because Echo Right's so strong. And ultimately, I made Big Sludge my champion. We had Big Sludge with a bunch of tombs in front, no stealth, so survivability was a question. And we even played into Trample Patient, which was pretty spooky. But by the power of Mortal Entrapment, we were able to carry the run to a fairly comfortable victory. Wickless Baron Infusion actually did really well additionally, so that's kind of neat. I don't get to use it defensively that often. I was using it for HP scaling ultimately, so. But yeah, that brings us back around to Prince. Oh boy, here we start going into the bad heroes again. Not much really to say. Hopefully we get something decent and I don't have to struggle Fiesta through this. The one big advantage of Prince, though, is that you can't have Queen Zimplings with Prince, because that would be pretty doomed. So, anyway. You ever you ever look at Prince's his feet are really weirdly shaped. You know what? Let's start this run before I look at that and experience too much concern. His muscles in general are really oddly shaped. Yeah, that's very strange. His calves are huge. Anyway, all right. It's enough about his anatomy. So, as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get the hell off this screen before I do anything before I have any other realizations about the shape of the characters. Oh no, he has only 3 fingers. Okay, we're departing now. Oh god. What happened? Prince, how are you existing? Oh, alright. Okay, fine. Interesting. Alright. Hope you're all doing well today. I'm having an okay one. I made the unfortunate decision to fall asleep in the middle of the day because I guess you would call it a nap. I am terrible with naps. Really, really awful with them. So I am it's what 1:30 a.m. and I am so energized right now. If I will be lucky if I sleep at all tonight. So that's exciting. Hopefully, none of you all are dealing with that. I don't like naps for good reason. But you know what? I'll turn it into something productive. Maybe I get like 4 things recorded tonight or whatever. That would be cool. So let's get going. We are default Hellhorned with default melting. This would have been sick if it were exile melting, but it's not. We have dregs, sadly. Our cards are pretty decent though. We have pushback Talos. This is Spell Shield Fell and Sap Seraph. Welder Helper, Molten Encasement, and Battering Ram. I'm not all into this Battering Ram nonsense, but at least it's playable with the Welder Helper start. And Molten Encasement is exceptional as a starter in general. I'm really going to be looking for some kind of a reform line here with imps, probably. We'll see. Let's see what our map looks like. No early game temple, I immediately noticed that. We have both banner types on ring 2, always good. Steel lines up with the Hellhorned banner. We have another steel shop on ring 3 with the Remnant banner, which means mid-floor, we don't get screwed. Ring 5 does have a steel shop with a removal set. Ring 4 dupe, extra Hellhorn banner on ring 4, and then temples all the way home after the early game, which is really good. It means we can backload our shards, and we can do an infusion on ring 4 after we've seen all units, so that's pretty cool. We have a removal dupe with the magic shop on ring 8, which is a very high value. I'm going to try very hard to go there. Let's see, otherwise another dupe on 7, 6, and 4. Oh wow, is this the... Yeah, it's very rare to see quad Hellvents in a run. That's a very... I don't want to use the word rare again, but it's an uncommon node generation setup. Usually you see something else. But fair enough. Sinner Salve Pyrestone Housing. Unfortunately, none of these benefit me right now. I have no immediate upcoming curse combats. I could eventually see something. Pyrestone Housing is almost certainly going to be more value in the end, though, because of the upcoming boss combats, so I guess we click it. It's very low impact, though. Don't love to see it. Brawler. This is tough. I mean, I'm never clicking Reaper, actually, so we click Brawler. If there were Wrathful here, I think I might actually prefer it. The problem with this is our damage is extremely bad. So, yeah, that's a concern. And when I say extremely bad, I mean non-existent. I do 12 damage on a floor. Now, fortunately, our supporting cards are really good. I should click the boons. At worst, this is a Clergyman upgrade. But we're going to probably stay under 15 shards for the rest of this. Yeah, nothing gets upgraded here. I will take the Mark of Invasion. I'm just vaguely thinking ahead to what could punish me here. I mean, I'm taking damage for it. I don't clear enough. Prince kills 2. I need to make sure he doesn't get sniped. We have so many good draws for this, though. Dregs can tank. An encasement gives me multiple rounds. Torch kills them. Train stewards and welder helpers tank. So yeah, there are no dead draws. Even things like Prince, Ram, Battering Ram, and both dead weights plus something else is serviceable. Yeah, we can take this. It's a little aggro. You might look at this start and tell yourself this is actually really difficult. And it is, right? This is a really good opener, by the way. We kill 3 enemies. And the encasement means we get 3 enemies next floor as well. Pretty good. Pretty good. Show me a torch. Good. So I get money here. I will also... Let's see. This is 12. Okay. So I need to put another dreg in play here with the molten encasement. And then we do... Train Steward middle. We're going to take some hits here, and it's going to be fine. I can actually Battering Ram up here unbelievably. Save that hit entirely. I mean, I'm going to. Yeah, 40 damage. Sure, it kills an enemy. That's good. And let's see, 3, 5. We can take 9 in, which is only 4. I need to address two discipled foot soldiers here. Our drag burns out here, which means if I see welder helpers, that's fine. I need to be careful about farming out damage shields, though. Okay, so we just literal bottom deck both welder helpers, which is actually really good here. We hit the 5-1s with these torches, and I'm going to play the dregs downstairs because they at least do something, and playing one upstairs is bad because it gives him damage shield, so... What is that? Maybe I save 3 to the pyre. Let me think about this vaguely. If you put one in front, it gets killed. Gives him damage shield. You then put in the other one, it pops the damage. It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't change anything. You could maybe squeeze 3 more damage out of this, but he's currently at 29. He would go to 26. That's not going to help. Instead, we're going to work on Chain's lifesteal a bit. And we'll just accept the 6 here. It's damage I was going to take no matter what. Right? I think we chew through this on the back of Welder Helper, Weight of Contrition, right? I mean, it's not a lot of damage, but it is an absolute truckload of... Wow, really? Doesn't get through it. It will if I ping and play a Train Steward. Right, we're doing what? This is 12, 14 damage a turn. If I go up to 17... How many rounds is this, actually? It's kind of wild. So, he has 56 life divided by the 6 damage. So that's 10 rounds of 12 with some lifesteal. I do think the ping Brain Steward kills. Yeah, that's better. We accept the 3 and we get through the boss. Yeah, this is a very excruciatingly low damage floor. Okay, 9, not great. It's fine, though. We'll take the Hornbreak, probably. Ah, this is bad. No Ritual, no Fledgling Imp. Really rough. Okay. We're not taking this Horde now, by the way. Hidden Passage? No, we're playing Imps. I'm going to take the Hornbreak. I need to take cards that make me stronger. Molded is... Oh, Wicked Blaze, actually. Is that better? Maybe. I'm leaning towards Merchant of Magic, and then we play into Reform the Prince, and we look for Holdover on Molded here. It's also good for the Imp situation eventually. Right? True. Wicked Blaze is interesting, but it's expensive, which is a concern. What do I consider better here? Wicked Blaze or Molded? I mean, obviously Wicked Blaze is better. It adds another plus 10. That is really good on Prince, but eventually I want to pivot this to be on an Imp, and hopefully Prince is actually hitting enemies for harder than 12. I'm going to click the Molded. I think this is stronger into this. What am I doing? This Hellhorned banner could be abysmal. There are very few really good units here. Railbeater, kind of 1v1s the next combat. I do have multiple things I'd like to hit. Endless would be nice. This Magic Shop, though, means I could actually play Reform Prince. There's a lot of duds in this Hellhorned banner, right? The Remnant banner potentially has duds too. It's tough, right? I mean, the problem is the Merchant of Magic is exclusively 20 consume and holdover. I have no value for double stack or remove consume or permafrost. I mean, I guess you could permafrost battering ram and just slam a boss with it, but it's not ideal. I think I need to go to the Merchant of Steel because I have multiple hits that are good here. Yeah, okay. What you got? Multi-strike plus 25. Show me anything good. Alright, it's good. It is something. It's a real shame I didn't see Wrathful. I even mentioned this at the beginning. I would have taken it over the Reaper here. I mean, the Brawler, rather. I mean, but Reaper is abysmal. We have a multi-strike plus 25 in the shop. The Horned Warrior is ridiculously strong here. Right? 3 hits. He does 45 damage. Oh, the Steelworker is really good, though. If Steelworker, and if I end up actually leaning into Hornbreaker Prince, then Steelworker is ridiculous. But the challenge is, I have one last draft, or draft rather, and I need to hit one of Ritual or Fledgling Imp in order for Steelworker to make any kind of sense. Right? Let's look at our common options. Yeah, so there are a lot of bad hits here, right? Vent, Fortify, Hidden Passage, another Hornbreak I don't want. Even Welder Helper's not good here. Yeah, it's literally the 2 Rage cards. And if I miss those, this run looks doomed. It's tough. I want both of these units. So, I think it's Horned Warrior is my take here. Because of the multi-strike? That's tough. I mean, Steelworker could take multi-strike too, technically, right? Do I buy this multi-strike, or do I re-roll? It's tough. I mean, because think about it. Brawler essentially does the same thing as Horned Warrior, right? Brawler has 10 armor, and I think that even goes up later, right? Let's look. Yeah, 20 armor, so he essentially has 26 life and hits 5 times. So really, anything I was thinking of doing with Horned Warrior, Prince is just better. Now, obviously, Horned Warrior gets infusions, but what am I looking at here? An infusion from Melting? Paraffin Enforcer, maybe? Okay, fair, maybe. I think I just take Steelworker and we go ham here. Do I buy the multi-strike for him? It's really annoying not to take advantage of this multi-strike, but I don't know. I mean, the Steelworker having multi-strike is literally only useful if I see Rage Imp. And I'm going to have an X5 hitting Hornbreaker Prince who would get the Ritual, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to take the Steelworker here, and we're going to skip multi-strike. I will buy the plus 25 on him because I'm scared. I guess I could give him multi-strike because of the... what's it called? Because of the Pyrestone housing. Man, skipping this multi-strike has to be wrong. It's always this plus 25, though. 100%. Now he's a chonker in front. That gives us a lot of turns in this upcoming combat. What do I do with this guy if I give him multi-strike, right? Like, what is the plan here? Let's look at this real quick. This is very awkward. And it's really awkward because I have Brawler. And there's a really good multi-strike. Let me look at units in Melting. Uncommons, Essence. What do I put in Steelworker with multi-strike that makes me think it's ever worth doing this? Let's see. Paraffin Enforcer from Melting is basically it. I think, yeah. You could, I mean, like, it could be things like Big Sludge Essence or something, but I can't rely on the rares, so I'm not going to think about that. I don't believe that's smart. Okay, let's look at Red then. What do you have? Give him Branded Warrior. It's probably not going to do it. We give him a Demon Fiend. Plus 30, plus 30. Man hits for like 70 damage on turn 1. It's actually better than it sounds. I'd have to take space to play Imps, but it's serviceable. Alpha Fiend? You ever do Alpha Fiend into frickin' Steelworker? I think I should buy this. There's 2 reasons for this. One, if I buy this, I go to 190. I can still afford the reroll and look for Endless on one of these units, which is, you know what, really good. And this opens me up to, I don't know, stuff. Having a multi-strike and not using it is really rough. You can do things with this Steelworker, and it may look bizarre, but he can be an offensive carry. I'm going to click this. I think this is good, and we're going to reroll. Endless Burnout 1. Okay, I can do this, right? 135. I'm 5 gold short. So you sell the relic for the Endless Burnout 1. That's tough, right? We definitely take this Endless. So how strong am I? How do I deal with scary enemies? I mean, I do terrible damage. I'm going to leak a ton. I think I clicked the Horde, though. Oh, God. Railhammer. Okay, we click Railhammer. At this stage, I no longer even need the stealth units. I just Endless Welder Helper and hopefully see... Okay, I mean, I'm clicking Railhammer. I'm going to take Endless into a Welder Helper here. God, our survivability is out of this world, but I'm really concerned about... Ugh, 5 gold short on Wickstone. I'm really concerned, actually. Like, this is actually not a great situation. If we see... What is it? Fledgling Imp. We're cruising. If I don't see Fledgling Imp, we're screwed. How do you scale this floor? I don't know. Hopefully, we'll have to move on from here. Missing that Burnout 1 feels bad. Okay, I don't think we lose to this combat. I have a steel shop coming up. I hit both my big upgrades. What would be in the Horde? I just hit Railhammer. Okay, so we're going to get some upgraded Reconcilers here. We do very low damage altogether. It's true. We're going to win the combat. The question is just how do I avoid getting sandblasted by... What is it? These heavies, right? We're going to... I mean, at 25 shards, we're getting a Forged Disciple. Don't click spikes, is what it is. We need to be very respectful. Our damage is too low. Yeah, like, look at this turn 1. Holy crap. It's tough. I could do... What is this? 4 times this, 28, 56 to this Forged Disciple on turn 1. But I don't think we can afford this. Also, I do not believe... Who's more important? Honestly, Steelworker is just objectively better than Hornbreaker Prince here, which is very funny. So we do... And I need to get the armor onto one of them. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to accept the Ember Drain. I'm going to torch the Reconciler. Steelworker should still go in front, and I am just going to play the Welder Helper here, and this is going to be enough armor to kill anything. I'm going to put the Welder Helper in the back in case that hit matters, and we just hope. Like, I don't even need this Endless Welder Helper here. This is, like, objectively pointless. We have Railhammer, Steelworker. I need to find ways to do damage, though. Like, seriously, this 10 damage in middle seems good. Our damage is awful. Yeah, we just eat it here. He has 32. He hits me twice. We need to ping the Reconciler middle. I can't even kill my own imp if I wanted to, so I'm going to play the Dreg. Do 2 torches change anything? Let's see. Minus 10, he's going to go to 20. Yeah, alright. I'm going to double ping the Forged Disciple. I could potentially save a little bit of fire health with this. Okay, right, we're 13 down, so we're actually okay on that. I could pop the front dude and do 20 plus 13 here, which is 33. Doesn't change anything, right? No, it does not change anything. Okay, so I think we just play units out for no reason. I'm going to just take the Hornbreak and back here. It doesn't change anything what I do. It just, whatever, it's fine. We never get this kill, sadly. We take 2 more. Alright, we trade all that on the combat. I can't even play units. It's fine, though. We're going to have terrible damage, but we have an astronomical amount of survivability on this combat. Like, look at this. We just get chewed through. 56 AoE damage here. Gross. Look at how bad this is. Alright, we were never going to lose this combat, but we just kind of ate it. 10 damage? Give me a Rage Imp, please. Okay, this run is rough. Okay, no Rage Imp, no Ritual. I need scaling and I need it stat. We're going to the Remnant banner because if I can find Paraffin Enforcer, I'm clicking it. Sure, true. Hornbreak. I'm actually strongly considering a second ping because our damage is so bad. I don't need Fortify. Yeah, alright, take the Hornbreak. Wicklash? Click it. We're clicking it. That's damage. I can then reform a dude. Sure. Seems okay. I might need this Pyre Health to win. You might need the Pyre Health to live. What does this Horde give me, though? Not a lot. This Remnant banner could be a dud, but I also think I desperately need to hunt for Paraffin Enforcer here. We're actually, this looks strong, and defensively it is, but we're in a really bad situation overall. I need to look at this Remnant banner, yeah. Burnout 1 is good. It's actually very good. Oh, Bounty Stalker. Okay. Not quite what I was expecting. There's an Endless in that shop, huh? We click him. Yeah, there's an Endless in here. Endless Burnout 1 Bounty Stalker. It's not that great. Like, it's good, but it's not that great to give him the Burnout 1 here. Because I don't have a Draft Infusion, so he only hits once. Okay, we're going to give him Endless, is the thing. Okay, like, that is immediately valuable. We have 3 upgrades. It could just be Bounty Stalker takes over the run. I do feel a lot more confident here, thanks to this Bounty Stalker, for sure. I'm also just clicking the money in the middle at this point. I need all these upgrades. Endless Bounty Stalker is solid. There's a lot of good here. I'm thinking for this next combat, I'm throwing away Prince. And I'm taking Steelworker up top with the Endless Burnout 1 Welder Helper. What do I even want this imp? Not really. I was hoping for something. I mean, he's good, right? He's good. We're already invested. It's fine. Yeah, we'll put him give him a Burnout 1. Yes. True. I'm buying the Endless into Bounty Stalker here. Good. And then I'm going to look in the caverns here. Oh, space, huh? I kind of wish I could take... What is it? The locket here, make my torches and my Hornbreaks huge. But I think it's got to be space. It lets me do Prince behind Steelworker, behind with the eventual Bounty Stalker chillin'. And it saves me from having to take it later, so I will take the hammer here. We have both hammers. Big hammer run. Okay, I think from this position we can pull it off, but I need to be careful into Talos. Yeah. We're moving on from this state. Yeah. I could take Rage 7 into Steelworker. It adds a fair amount of certainty into this next combat. But I think the Bounty Stalker already does, so I'm going to go here. I would click that Rage 7, by the way, if I did not hit the Bounty Stalker. Okay. Alright, you play the man downstairs. We play Prince upstairs. I think I'll put a Dreg in front, just in case. Lay units elsewhere. No reason not to. Alright, the man dies. Great job. Cool. I can do Steelworker up top with the Welder Helper. Through. Love to see it. Fine, Bounty Stalker dies. We're getting clapped here quite a bit. I need to draw a Hornbreak next turn, or I think I lose the video game. We're gonna play this one middle. It's something. 27, so he hits me for 7. We're taking 7 on this turn. I might drop the Welder Helper here, right? It's tough. I think we drop the Welder Helper, genuinely. I need to draw and hopefully hit a Hornbreak, or we're actually just gonna lose. So, alright, fair enough. Thanks, video game. We're doing excellent here. Alright, Hornbreak, please? Please and thank you? Okay, not great. We can cover this with a Dreg. Yeah, Dreg. Hanging back. Hey, we did it. Wow. Video game is a nightmare. Alright, we're not dead. Now I see both Hornbreaks. Okay, how am I living this? I Hornbreak front. I'm taking... I need to think about these next 2 ways. Also, there's a friggin' foot soldier again. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me think. I need to think about these next 3 turns very carefully, because I think we can still win this, but I need to not die on this combat. Basically, I need Bounty Stalker to be scaling. Okay, this thing in the back has 50 life. I'm dealing 18 to it. Cool, it has 32. It is currently hitting me for 4. I am dealing 32 on this floor here, up top, once these dregs die. I can Hornbreak front and Hornbreak back, and we only have the Apprentice to deal with. Problem now is I now have to deal 50 to this Disciple to clip the foot soldier in the back. I think the play here is you take out the tank so that we're potentially in a position with this dreg, which puts me at 41 to do 10 to this overcharged Apprentice in that universe, right? In order to kill it. I really need to decide, do I Hornbreak the foot soldier here? I think I have to let the 4 come through on top floor, and we go to 10. I could reasonably leak this foot soldier on middle and go to 5. I think if we reach Relentless, we are going to win it. We're going to have like 1,000,000 armor on Steelworker here. It's in my reform pool, that would help. Greg. Not gonna help. Does not help at all, in fact. Not yet, anyway. Okay, so mid-floor, I have to Hornbreak the front dude. I'm 99% certain, or else I leak everything here, and we get absolutely clapped. So, I may have to... I think I have to hit this foot soldier. I don't think there's enough... There are not enough worlds where I redraw confidently enough to address it. I have 1 turn. I know what my next turn is, and it's not pretty. It's double deadweight, drag, torch. That's not a lot. I do 41 up top with that turn. Yeah, I could do 41 damage up top. So if I want to leak only the 5/1, I need to Hornbreak twice in middle, right? Yeah, it's true. That is true. Is it actually better to shoot the back dude here? Because if I Hornbreak twice in middle and I do 41, this guy in the middle hits me twice, or once rather. As long as I do not incant him past 4, he's technically better to let go up. It's true, I save 1 HP. The real question is, how do I address this foot soldier? I basically just double ping him next turn, and I hope for the friggin' best on the redraws. There are a lot of things that could get there. Battering ram answers it. We'll have enough armor to kill. I will make sure the welder helper could do it if I can get him down to 6 life. This molded could get it. I also could just hit a hornbreak on a redraw. I think I need to mitigate mid-floor. Here is where I'm at. Yeah, I think if I let mid-floor walk as is, it does a lot to me. It represents, what is this, 3 hits, 5 hits, so 11 damage. I'm dead because I'm taking 4 on this turn. Yeah, we're gonna commit to the mid-floor clear here. Yes, and then I let this overcharged apprentice chill. Ugh, alright. Take the 4 I was talking about. I do get Bounty Stalker back, which will help here. 26 up front, very good. I will torch this thing. Take it to 8, good enough. 32. Of course, I'm playing the Dreg up here. Right, because he's going to 18 right now. It doesn't matter, actually, but with 26 coming in on middle, I think we will get through this if I play the Dreg. This being the foot soldier. Sure, I will take 4. Alright, we got it. We got it. Okay, cool. So, excellent news. Now, we probably need to let the Dreg burn out here. So my play is Welder Helper and then ping it, because it lets me put the Bounty Stalker up top in front. Yeah, I need a ton of armor on this floor if I'm going to have any reasonable hope of actually killing the boss. Cool. Great job. We're not dead. Now, do I even reasonably get through this? I do not. So here's the deal. We're going to Hornbreak the front dude here. What is my reform, actually? Welder Helper. We do virtually no damage. I think I actually have to play the Bounty Stalker in the back or I lose. This is enough turns. If you add in 34s, you're fine. Yeah, okay. I mean, even with this, we take 80 into our friggin' Steelworker, man. Oof. Alright. And then I ping out the front dude. There's no reason to hold on to it. Save 60. Alright, cool. We live. That was a ridiculously difficult Talos combat. Seeing Bounty Stalker at least gave me some confidence that I would not die. But we tucked low. I'm gonna click Dark Deal and you can't stop me. Rage is exceptional. Yeah, we click these. I have plenty of armor. Another Bounty Stalker. What are you doing? What are you doing? You ever put Horned Warrior in Bounty Stalker? He kills himself on spikes, sure. But it might be okay, right? You ever seriously do that? Now you think I'm kidding, but I actually think I'm serious. I can self-infuse the Welder Helper to give armor to the floor, which would protect him, the one that ultimately goes on top. Well, it's better than the self-infuse. Really, I think the stealth 1 is what really kills it. Alternatively, we could self-infuse or put the Bounty Stalker in Steelworker, but that's really bad because when it dies, it loses its armor. We're going to take the Horned Warrior, and I'm going to do some jank here on this run. I do not need space, which is excellent news. I can take draw. I have enough endless crap. I have reasonably enough Ember to address these upcoming combats. Yeah, we take draw. Alright, I need to power up here. How do I power up here? Let's see. Merchant of Magic with removals. Fine. It's fine. Magic would make what? I'm actually going to make Battering Ram cheap. cheaper anyway. Holdover goes in molded every time. Because then what you do is you just send Hornbreaker Prince on a lower floor and you let him die constantly. And you just reform him. So we could take a holdover here pretty well. I could take a frozen into battering ram reasonably. Plus 10s and minus 1s are okay. The dupe is what? Also, higher health is value. You could reasonably infuse Horned Warrior into Bounty Stalker and dupe it right now and just send it on these dudes. It is a lot of power out of the gate. When's my next dupe? I think it was pretty soon, right? I mean, it's on ring 6, so I could still do that later. Or you could just dupe Dark Deal and make Prince actually do some real damage. I actually think Holdover Dark Deal is almost certainly stronger. I have this insane Steelworker, and then I can simply, what? Yeah, Steelworker Rage, and now I don't have to reform the man. I think it is the magic shot. The holdover's huge. I could also double stack Dark Deal and be fine with that. You could double stack Spell Chain it. I mean, at this point, I need damage, so Dark Deal might be a huge component of my line. I think I need to see this magic shop is what I'm coming down to, pretty much. Yeah, removals, I can get rid of some Train Stewards, make this deck look reasonable. And the Horn Banner could be, I don't know, Apex Imp, and then we pivot. No, I don't actually think I would. The Bounty Stalkers are a plenty strong line here. And I do the Horned Warrior Infusion right now, so yeah. Okay, we're going to go to the right. Merchant of Magic says holdover. Okay, that's excellent. We love that. I'm going to remove 2 Train Stewards here because they're very awkward to play. Divine Temple says Spell Chain. Okay, okay. Alright. What is in the Horn Banner? You know... Oh. Is it just the pivot? It's... Okay, for those at home, this is Apex Imp Consumer of Crowns. Okay. Alright. Apex Imp with Horned Warrior Infusion, and then you throw away Prince. Yeah, right? Yeah, absolutely. Because he gains 9 armor on summon. So all I have to do is make sure I go into the Divinity at exactly 100 shards, and he takes that 9 damage. And he lives guaranteed. And then you put Steelworker in front. And eventually we dupe the Apex Imp. Alternatively... I mean, I have a multi-striking Steelworker. I don't really know what the intent here was. I mean, the truth is, actually, the 20 damage on this Steelworker did come in clutch. So, who am I really kidding? But I spent a lot of money on it. Never Consumer of Crowns, by the way. I know what you're thinking. Make him good. No. His essence is horrendous. Apex Imp's essence is hilarious. It's actually not terrible, but it's not what I want here. If you're going to take Apex Imp, you're going to take it. So I have to think through my line because I have a lot of commitments right now and I need to make sure I'm not throwing. I think Horned Warrior is a great infusion into Apex Imp. It gives me multi-strike right now. It's significantly more powerful than the Prince. The problem is... Well, there's a lot of problems. So then you self-infuse the Welder Helper and we play... a 7-space floor with 2 Apex Imps, Steelworker, Tank, and the Welder Helper. And then Bounty Stalker just kind of goes on a lower floor. There's also the alternative of just Steelworker into Apex Imp, but... like, that's really strong, don't get me wrong, and then you dupe it, but the problem is I have a multi-strike that is functional right now in the Horned Warrior infusion. Is it ever... what is this? Double Apex Imp, single Steelworker? Is that enough? It is enough with the self-infused Welder Helper here. I think it's gotta be Apex Imp. We just throw the Prince away and we change our plan entirely. Like, you can't skip this dude here. We do the pivot. He's too powerful. Yeah, okay. We do the pivot. All right. So now comes the real difficult choice. Is it Horned Warrior into the lad? Probably. I'm pretty confident this is it, because the Steelworker can take my Dark Deals. This also means I don't need to hold over Dark Deal, in fact. So what if you just send the Prince down below, we take holdover on Molded? Is that good enough? I mean, yeah, it it is. Huh. And then I'm looking to remove a million cards here. I may end up actually removing Bounty Stalker. The alternative here is, let's think it through. We sacrifice Steelworker. I'm just looking at them, and you make Apex Imp Steelworker. Obviously, this is nutty, right? This is crazy strong. Sure. I mean, it is. It is absolutely ridiculous, but it's not that strong right now. You put that in front of Prince, and then the Apex Imp is stronger than Prince. I mean, what do you do then? You mean you make multiples of these dudes? But the problem is, I might not see another multi-strike. I could go and hunt for it. You might not see it, and I am buying this holdover no matter what. Then I would have to remove Horned Warrior somehow, because why the hell? And then let's still consider Horned Warrior Bounty Stalker is actually really good here as well. I mean, this guy, I would feel really confident in this dude in the mid game here. Yeah. I mean, he's great, right? He's going to die repeatedly, and then it's fine. I think it is the pivot, though, right? I think it is Horned Warrior Apex Imp on this one, and I'm looking for increased density on armor cards and a ton of removals. Because if I can remove down, as long as we stay at exactly 100 shards, we're okay. And in the worst situation, I can play at mid-floor. It's true. Okay, I think we're doing Horned Warrior here. And I'm looking for... Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, we're going to do this. Horned Warrior into our Apex Imp lad. I'm going to... I skipped an Alloy of the Ancients too. I think the Dark Deal was correct. You have to evaluate all my decisions based on when I'm seeing them and how strong I feel in that moment. Like, you always go hard on this Bounty Stalker, no matter what, because I needed it to not lose the Talos. Like, genuinely, the Endless was critical. Like, this thing had to be chilling in the back of my floor. I walked out of Talos in Nightmare scenario. You might have had better luck going into this Remnant banner on Ring 2, but I don't know. The Steelworker turned out to be pretty ridiculous, so I'm taking a holdover on what? It's a spell chain in the temple. We could hold over Wicklash here. Huh. It's pretty good, actually, right? And our floor is a nightmare, right? We have 3 banner units. This is a really hard decision. Let's look at the Prince upgrades. Do you have anything that makes you useful here? Kind of? Am I ever leaning in on Brawler here? No. Absolutely not. We have Apex Imp and he hits twice. He's better. If they show me quick, this will be even better. Yeah, I mean, because we get 3 upgrades on this dude, right? I have Pyrestone housing, so I need to tunnel vision these steel shops. So what you do is you give him Wrathful, and you throw him bottom floor on a bunch of random combats, and he might kill things. Like, he does really well with Wrathful 1, Brawler 1 into the Light Harnesser combat on Ring 4. He can deal with... What is it? He can deal with curses pretty decently. He at least doesn't die outright on some other things. So I'm going to take Wrathful Pivot. It's fine. Okay. Now, with the Wrathful Pivot, I never want to do Holdover Wicklash onto our lad. It's just weaker scaling. Holdover Battering Ram is a hilarious consideration if I eventually see a value stone. I don't think it matters. Holdover Molded is a genuinely good consideration here for a lot of reasons, but I have Endless on the 2 units that would want it the most. The one advantage is security, right? It is a secure choice. It means that if something goes completely wrong, we're fine. I could also hold over Dark Deal and just play it into the Steelworker every turn. Maybe if I eventually get enough armor on the Apex Imp, it is fine scaling. And then there is, of course, the option of simply do not buy anything here and make sure I can walk into Ring 5 Merchant of Steel with 160 gold. 110. I'm going to buy the -1 plus 10 here for sure. Battering Ram needs to go to 200%. This lets me do Endless Imp and then the Battering Ram on a turn. Okay, so I'm going to skip Holdover. I actually think, given our current state, I'm totally okay with what we're seeing here. We're going to do enough damage on this upcoming combat thanks to Apex Imp hitting twice. I can toss extra rage at Steelworker. He'll tank. He'll be fine. Yes. This is a very difficult run to navigate, actually. You have really strong banner unit choices. I have Steelworker. You could go a million different ways, but evaluating which one is the least likely to get me killed is really tough because you have so many different quote-unquote strong approaches, and which one is right? Who knows? I mean, I could have gone in on Bounty Stalker, skipped Apex Imp. I could go in on Apex Imp. I could have put Steelworker in Apex Imp, hoped for a multi-strike. Like, it's just, I could have gone in on Hornbreaker Prince and done Holdover Dark Deal behind Steelworker, and that probably would have won, actually. Right? I mean, you have choices that you can make here. I'm simply trying to choose the one that's the strongest, and yeah, that's crazy. It's also interesting because I quickly realized with the Apex Imp hit, it actually would have been significantly better to do Molten Encasement with the Endless Burnout one and then put the Welder Helper in that so you get the AoE armor. But at this point now, we pretty much lock in the self-infused Welder Helper. Like, that is super locked in here. Yeah, for sure. For sure. There's also a chance I do a self-infused Steelworker on this run. Right? I do have 3 dupes coming up, and Temples all the way home. That's 2 more infusions, though, which would go to 110, which is a little concerning. I would need some very strong reassurance that Mr. Apex Imp does not die. Okay, we're buying the -1 into Battering Ram here. I'm buying a +10 into Hornbreak. This just sort of answers all sorts of crap, and we're leaving the Keepstone. I am not clicking Purge Stone or Twin Stone. I anticipate a large number of other things I can do here. We move on. Okay, what do we get? Curses? It's probably fine. Take the multi-strike here. I think we will cruise this. Yeah, I mean, if I leak anything, it's going to be a Curse Boy or something like that. You put Prince downstairs. And how do I get this going? If I take the Bounty Stalker here, what if I self-ping him? He's doing 46 because he gets hit twice, right? Could self-ping him up to 19, and then he gets hit 2 more times, so he gets 6 rage, which would be, what is that, 12 damage? Yeah. 6 rage goes to 27 by 2, which is, like, what, 56? It's another... Yeah, I think I self-ping here. Yes, and then I play the Bounty Stalker in front. Yeah, and it clears the floor, and he kills both units. And because of the stealth, it works out. And then we send a Drag middle in case we hit Collector and we save this Welder Helper. Alright, fair. I do not want to play into Ember Drain here. Sure. Sure, man, sure. Good turn. We do Steelworker with Apex Imp in the back, and we're fine. Cool, I just ping out the Quill Marksman here in this floor, and I put a Dreg behind Mr. Prince. And we're chilling. Top floor is going to look really good. I can keep doing Bounty Stalker as well. I may as well play the Welder Helper here. Make my top floor very tanky. It burns out, no problem. And we'll put the Bounty Stalker still in front, probably. I could actually just stick it middle and it shoots this man. Although this man is dead, right? He's going to take a ton of damage here. Yeah, it's 20 plus, like, 120. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, cool. And I don't care about the damage coming in. All right, we'll play him downstairs then. It's fine. We'll stick a Dreg in the back again. Send a Dreg middle. Cool. Prince is doing great. He's doing great, man. Whole floor dies here. I suppose I expected it. We play the Welder Helper. I do not want to take curse damage here. And I'm probably horn breaking something. Which is... Can I save the Prince? It's what, 12 comes in, kills Bounty Stalker. Prince goes to 14. Yeah, I mean, he lives, actually. If I horn break this middle dude. And he punches. It's fine. Sure. The alternative is you kill the Absolver in the middle, and you only take one curse next turn. But my next turn is basically spoken for right here. In the form of... Weight of Contrition, Weight of Contrition. And do I actually play Bounty Stalker here? It's a great question. I can also just freely Dark Deal on Apex Imp here. It's fine. He has the armor. We're good. I should plan around Relentless. How much do I even care about this Bounty Stalker? I don't know. He's fine, actually, right? We have enough armor upstairs. Yeah, sure. Bounty Stalker, man. Get him. I'm cool with that. Yeah, I'm cool with this, actually. Genuinely. Take the hit down here. Top floor is cleared. I'm going to ping the back friend out. I'm going to put a Dragon front here so we get one swing. And I can tank a huge portion of this wave with a Train Steward up top, which is great news. Sure. Seems good. Cool. Then we just elevate our Bounty Stalker a little bit. I could reform something. What's down here? Prince. You do Prince. I'm just going to play the Molten Encasement in front, right? Adds another round or something, so it's fine. Sure. We'll get through it on top floor, right? Yeah, and in fact, what you should do now is... I know it's going to be weird. We do Bounty Stalker. Oh, he already dies, so that's actually fine. I was going to say shoot him, but I don't need to if he's actually dying already. So... don't touch it. Fine. Yeah, don't touch it. We're good. Cool. Great news. Thank you, friend. No damage taken. We get Memorial Fund. That will help a lot on this run. We have so many random units. Is Inflame good enough? Man, gosh. Is Inflame good enough? Killing me here, video game. I'm going to click it, I guess. Wait, honestly, this is like the one case where I genuinely think Inflame might be okay, right? Because of the Railhammer. The 9 armor alone, not very good, but it also gives 4 rage. This equates to, what, 13 rage on Apex Imp and a little bit of survivability? Yeah, fine. Fine. Memories of the Melted, Crushing Demise, or Wax and Spike. What a weird run. We could take Crushing Demise. I probably should, and just send it on random floors. Yeah, it's a good card. I should click it. It's one of those cards you just kind of grab. We're going left. I have enough to re-roll. Hallelujah. Yeah, it's left here for sure. Can remove crap. What you got? Endless again? I don't think so. I'm going to take the plus 25 into Steelworker here. Make this dude an absolute trooper. Freaking Endless out of the wazoo. Yeah, we're going to do that. Steelworker just needs this at this point. He's almost never going to get value out of this multi-strike, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. And then we re-roll this. Quick. I'll take quick Apex Imp. Yeah, that's good. Plus 25 does not help Apex Imp. We're going to take removals into Train Stewards. They're bad. It's true. I'll take them. Get rid of those. Check out this Caverns. Oh, for the greater good. It's actually, you know, it's an upgrade here. And it's not Sunderstone, because I can take other things into Apex Imp. What it actually is Sapstone into my Imp. Right? This Imp is killer, right? Because now nothing attacks into Apex Imp, ever. Right? All I have to do is draw this thing. And I'm going to self-infuse the Welder Helper, and then probably dupe this. And I just need to refine my deck, and we win. Yeah, we of course do Sapstone here. It's so much stronger than the alternatives. Yeah, good. All right, so this is a high roll on the back of a very bad early game, which is really interesting to me. I'm actually out of control powerful right now. We want the Welder Helper infusion right now. It's so strong. Yeah, double Welder Helper here. I mean, this goes out of control. Yeah, okay, cool. And then a -2 is really good as well. -2 on Inflame actually is a genuinely good card. I can go really high on shards here, can't I? I dupe Apex Imp? Is this enough damage on its own? Right? Now, do I even need the Steelworker? I mean, probably, right? You want a frontline for this? So let's think about this end line before I just go ham on shards and go to 100 right now. I'm extremely strong. All I have to do at this point is hit this Imp, and we win, more or less. Bounty Stalker's hitting for 74. I can stick him behind the Prince, and these two can just kind of have a ham-hawk day of it, pretty much. What do I do? What is this run looking like? I go right on this next combat, this next ring. I dupe something. Now, I think I do want to dupe this Imp at some point, because I could create 2 potent floors, right? It's fine. Or I could play the imps, 2 imps. It also increases the density. I need to remove cards very badly and take very little. I need to basically... And I need to not go over 100 shards, or else I'm forcing myself middle. I don't know. I don't actually think it is... I'm a little concerned about Apex Imp's survivability into top floor Divinity, right? We're looking for an answer to this problem. What's in this temple again? No intrinsic. So if I go to over 100 shards here, Apex Imp just gets sent on Divinity top floor, and you have to play middle. And you what? You use the Prince to face tank for it? True. True. I need to hit the Welder Helper very fast. Where are my removals on this run? Left on this next ring with the Magic Shop. And then left on ring 8 with the dupe. It's a removal dupe, so we're always going there. I think I'm going then left to get 4 removals. It's big value. This next ring has none of it, so that's my dupe, right? That is when I'm duping. I think we're going to cruise these next few combats, right? I'm now at this point thinking ahead. I reasonably could just remove Bounty Stalker from this run. He is less important, and he actually gums up my draws a little bit. I need to hit the Steelworker early. On the other hand, having him early is nice because it delays Apex Imp, which gives me more time to draw into a Welder Helper, which is clutch. Maybe I already skipped Cheater's Hand, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I do remember seeing that. I think it was with the Railhammer. Okay. Let's see. I will make a lot of money, at least. Send these dregs, send these Molten Encasements, turn them into Memorial Fund value. It's a good thing this is not a curse combat coming up. I think it is a -2 into Inflame. That's tough. Is that worth it? I think it's Ember coming up, right? You take Ember and then... Is this enough, though? My main problem at this stage is how am I killing 4 units? Obviously, I can hit multi-strikes. Sure. Right? Oh, but I'm not actually seeing another steel shop, so I can't hit a multi-strike. I mean, but Battlestone doesn't matter here. Plus 25 does nothing. He's fragile. I shouldn't. I don't know. I don't want those. So then, like, another consideration is go double dupes here. There's a universe. If I try to do dupe on what? Welder Helper? I mean, I have to dupe the Welder Helper. I just have to. I need to be able to hit it fast enough. Having 1 in my deck is too risky. I don't draw fast enough to see it. I need to have 2. So we're always taking 15 shards from duping that imp. 110%. As soon as you see that imp, runs free. Okay. So I dupe the imp on ring 6. Yes. I then remove on ring 7. See the magic shop. I can look for this. I don't need the removal dupe on ring 8 as badly as I would like it. The only problem there is then how am I killing multiple units on the floor? Bounty Stalker? I mean, he is going to kill a unit, right? He is just going to kill something. This run is way more complicated than it needs to be. This is a very easy run to lose, which is annoying. Because you have the components, but you're not seeing them in the right order, and you're not finding the complementary cards. The problem with Inflame, though, is that how in the world am I playing this card ever on 3 Ember? Like, right? Think about this. How in the universe do I play this on 3 Ember? I can't. So I think I have to take this. I think I need to take this Value Stone into it. And I think we genuinely consider the Purge -1 on a Torch here. So speed to make my deck stronger. Because we're really, really powerful right now, but this becomes a problem on the Divinity. And there are answers they could show me, right? They could show me like an intrinsic alloy of the Ancients or something. I basically just need to make sure Apex Imp doesn't get sent on turn 1 is the important thing. I think you have to take this in Flame. Otherwise, it's like, what the hell am I doing, right? I am seeing a magic shop. I could just -1/-1 this thing. That is an option. But then, what if I play into something else I want to work with here? I'm already always at 100. The question I have to ask myself is, does this run ever feel strong enough to go over 100 shards? And that's an important threshold because he gains 9 armor on turn 1, which means he's always surviving the first hit from the Divinity. But the problem is I may not have the Steelworker on that floor at that point, right? It depends on the draw order. Could always take a Molten Encasement, leave those in. They are technically a solution. I may have to play mid, which is what, 5 space? I mean, that is enough. The problem is that's not a lot of time to set up. I don't know. This is a very difficult run. It's too bad there isn't just like an armor 20 or armor 30 upgrade. It had to be rage 7 because an armor upgrade would be cool here. In general, I think I would prefer that over HP most of the time. All right, I'm having some considerable difficulty thinking this through. It's a very hard line to navigate with what we've chosen. Perhaps instead I should have considered Holdover Dark Deal onto the Prince and then duplicate it at some point. Maybe. Maybe. I do think I need to see another steel shop, by the way. I think we're definitely going to the Ring 8 steel shop, is my opinion. and even at the expense of losing the removal dupe. So we're seeing a magic shop, a steel shop, and then a dupe here. I am going to chill. I think that we need to respect a little bit here. I'm going to move on. Yes. And it's not this upcoming combat. Like, Crystal Cloak, I don't care about you. Ancient Hate, whatever. There's 3 enemies on the floor. I have a Bounty Stalker, and I have an Apex Imp. We're fine. It's Hidden Assault, no big deal. I have Horn Breaks if I'm not worried about it, right? Yeah, so I mean, it's just, what? Crushing Demise downstairs, great job. We take the Steelworker upstairs. And I will play Dark Deal on him. Yeah. Seems good to me. And here, Prince, you can go chill middle, I suppose. You're probably dead. You are dead? Yeah, you died, buddy. Sorry. We have to play Yawn Apex Imp. I mean, at this point, we already go crazy mad with power. And I don't know, you play a Dreg or something here, and I actually think we catch stuff. Yeah, cool. And I Hornbreak. Oh, I know you just Bounty Stalker the front dude out, right? Yeah, it's fine. It's the same thing here. But I play the Bounty Stalker, which is cool. Cool. Need to get units killed for dollars. We see the Welder Helper, so the run is clean from here, but you immediately can see the problem. I can't play this in Flame or anything else for that matter. Just send units, it doesn't matter really. Sure. Yeah, and again, this Apex Imp has quick, so it's fine. It's just Welder Helper, Bounty Stalker, play the Dreg and get it killed. I should probably kill something on this floor, so I will. Pink, it's great. Then we actually kill everything, which is cool. Neat. We're gonna make a decent amount of cash here, is the nice thing. Welder Helper here, up top. I probably want to keep Prince alive, actually, so we take the encasement middle and he kills something, which is cool. I can play double Dregs in the back, and we actually kill 2 things here, which is kind of cool. They'll burn out. We'll play a Molten Encasement behind the Bounty Stalker. I did that intentionally. I want this man dying. Yeah. Welder Helper. I mean, we have, like, look at this armor. We have 200 armor up top. I don't care about anything. In fact, any way that I can just get my units killed faster for money purposes is good. I should probably slam some of these back units. But I guess it doesn't matter, right? It's fine. We'll just kill 1. It's cool. Or I play this in Flame. Ooh, ah. You know what? In Flame, you deserve it. Get it, bud. Great job. Go team. We play Bounty Stalker again. Great job, friend. Keep playing the Welder Helper. I will molded back something that can hopefully die and just give me money. I don't really care what it is. Sure. And we take a Dark Deal because why not? We do get through the back units. Great job. Cool. We have enough armor. I'm not worried about anything here. So what you do is you play Bounty Stalker. You shoot Bounty Stalker. And then we play the Welder Helper. It burns out, which gives me more money. You know, 1,880 battering ram? Sure, fine. I just kind of don't care, though. It's fine. But, like, this is really powerful right now. So I could have maybe skipped ahead a bit, but I don't think so. A second in Flame is no. I don't need this many. I can barely play the 1. Fatal Melting Formless Child? Formless Child is tough. The only reason you might consider that is in case I'm worried that I lose Apex Imp. Because it technically could bring back Prince, but I don't think so. We're going to skip these cards. I need to keep my deck slim, draw things fast. We stay the course. I'm going to the dupe right now. I need to play a second Welder Helper because I need to draw it fast. We have a Horde. Encased Ember. One more time. I wish I had put the Endless into Molten Encasement, but it's fine. What does Resin Block do for me? I technically have Reform. it makes the welder helper hit really hard. I'm gonna actually just take the encased ember because I don't think I removed these molten encasements. They technically are solutions to the divinity, so having them in the run is good. Sure. Look at the caverns first. Spikes, rail spikes. Spike, spike, spike. What do I take with spike? Sap? It's fine. It's probably not the right one. The spike of the Hellhorned is pretty good here, right? It double dips on Mr. Apex Imp, but I'm not going to have a lot of energy here to work with on most turns. I actually think I skip these. I don't have enough Ember to really benefit from this. Even if I take Ember, which I will, it doesn't change much. Yeah, I don't know. I think I skip these. I mean, maybe it's the Awoken's Rail Spike. It's hard to say no to this card. If I play it at 1 Ember, it essentially replaces itself. I should have some turns where I can get some value out of that. Yeah, okay, I'll take the Awoken's Rail Spike here. I don't think it is the other ones. We're not going to have big payouts here. Look in the temple real quick. Intrinsic. It helps with something. Okay. With intrinsic, what do I feel like I do? Take this intrinsic and flame? You think I'm kidding? You might not even draw the stupid Apex Imp on turn 1, and also our Bounty Stalker's doing 100 damage here, so you know there's that. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about that. I think the dupe is locked in here. I just need second Welder Helper. The earlier I see one of these, the better off we are, and right now I can play 2 of them. And this run looks very stupid. Also gives me a lot of money. And this money will translate into direct value as I remove cards. Yeah, we do Pim, for sure. I'm at 100 shards. The intrinsic is worth it if it puts me over some threshold of value, but I don't think it actually does, right? I mean, I'm actually concerned enough about this run that I don't want to put the divinity over on these. I would rather remove 1,000,000 cards. We're gonna chill. Yeah, I know that it's interesting. I'm definitely not sandbagging it as I think I want to communicate this. I've spent a lot of time talking about this, and I mean, we look ridiculously strong right now. Right? I mean, we look outrageously strong. But at the same time, we're not that powerful, right? I mean, like, this draw order is good because you get Steelworker first. So on the Divinity, 9 comes in, he restores the 9, it's fine. Sure. But I don't know, man. Let's see, how do I even approach this? I mean, what, are we just crushing demise the mid floor? I mean, I actually want to get my units killed, right? Sure, just get units killed is cool. And I guess I will crushing demise middle. Although I could ping the back, right? Nah. Just get rid of that thing. Cool. Units dying is good. Play Bounty Stalker here. Play Dreg. And play Molten Encasement. Right? Yeah, true. It's good. We send the Rail Spike right now, it doesn't matter. Top floor will clean up very comfortably. We get a ton of Ember next turn, which is cool. We have the Welder Helper in play. I just need to get Dregs killed, and I'm going to shoot my Bounty Stalker to get him killed. Cool. Looks good to me. Once you get to this point, we're very powerful. Right, you just play Imp. And that's nuts. And I do what? I don't need the second imp. I actually just keep going on the Bounty Stalkers. I mean, because this man kills everything here. It kind of doesn't, right? I'm going to go to 174. It actually doesn't kill this back dude. So maybe I respect a little. Maybe. Let's see, one more play. I mean, we get through it. 174, and then the Steelworker pops that. Yeah, so what we do instead is we play Bounty Stalker. We shoot Bounty Stalker. Or I could just get other units killed, which is also pretty cool here, right? Play a ton of arm. I mean, it is actually just better to... What's more important to me, actually? Getting Bounty Stalker killed, or... I think it actually is Bounty Stalker dying, genuinely. Yeah, I mean, because it's money, but it's also the extinguish value. Yeah, it's true. That's true. Cool. Okay, so... Yeah, because we cleared this. I knew we would, too. You play the Welder Helper upstairs. Looks great. We play Bounty Stalker. I think we actually do want to respect mid-floor the slightest bit, so I'm going to play the Bounty Stalker here and not shoot it. This guarantees we clear next floor pretty comfortably. I think we would anyway. The imp hits this sycophant, but whatever, it's fine. Yeah, nothing else really matters here, I suppose. Yeah, actually, we just kill our own man. It's actually just correct to do so. Sure. Sure. Yeah, like I said, we clear it, right? You take the Welder Helper upstairs, and we play Bounty Stalker downstairs. And we get the Welder Helpers rolling upstairs still. These two dying every turn is very good. You see the problem, though. We're only hitting twice. I just keep farming cash. I mean, it's good for now, is the important threshold. It's very good for right now. Yeah. Extremely good for the moment. We have tons of holdover units, by the way. Now we just keep playing the imps. It's good. I need Ember for sure. Maybe they'll show me Forever Flame. Okay. See, we're taking 42. Do I get Bounty Stalker killed once, or do I play for 10 gold? Right. Let's see, this is 800, 1600. Actually, if you play the Bounty Stalker here, she doesn't even take a round, right? It's true. Yeah, because she's taking 872 twice, which is... I mean, doesn't that kill, actually? Why are you not dying? You have quick, right? It's 436 times 4, basically. 1744. How does that not kill you? How are you doing this? Oh, obviously, right. Because I'm thinking about it's right. It's 2 rounds, of course. I was thinking about this in the perspective of keeping Bounty Stalker, getting him killed. But if we take... Yeah, okay. So we never get Bounty Stalker killed. So we just take the money then, basically. We'll let this burnout happen. Yeah. You let the burnout happen. It's fine. Cool. Yeah, burnout, we get 10 gold, and then we kill. Cool. Okay. Transcend Imp. Does that change my run at all? Kind of. Kind of. It's interesting because it's strong, but it's also expensive. And I also kind of don't need it. Does Intent on Death change anything? I mean, again, if I were going in on Bounty Stalker, maybe. Maybe Bounty Stalker is sort of the answer to my problems. He just hits a 3rd time. I only play 1 Apex Imp. I mean, with my current setup, I am only playing 1 Apex Imp, right? I would have to go to the right on Ring 7. I'd also have to take space right here. And I think playing this line without Ember is suicide. So... we're actually kind of in a weird situation here, where I genuinely believe I skip all of these cards. Transcend Imp. It's actually a pretty good card, right? I mean, you have the summon sap trigger with this Welder Helper. You play this once, it's an astronomical amount of sap or something, but it slows down my draws is my main concern here. It does slow down the draws. True. True, true, true. I'm going to skip Transcend Imp here. I mean, I get it, it's very strong, but it kind of neuters a wave. I think oh, it's tough. Problem is, the first draw through is the only one that matters. I think we skip. Yeah, I think we skip. This is very tough. I have to take Ember here. I have way too many things I'm replaying constantly. If you take space, I can get a second Apex Imp on the floor. Is that better? I have to go to the right then, if I'm doing that. This is a very tough run. It's weird because it's so strong, but it's also... It doesn't address the Divinity very well. I think the Dark Deal line was easier. Dark Deal holdover on the all-in Brawler, I think would have been a much simpler run, is where I'm at right now. And then you just don't let yourself get baited by these things. You Horned Warrior into Bounty Stalker, you skip Apex Imp. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that wins, right? And then eventually you dupe the Steelworker, and you get enough armor that you can freely Dark Deal and win into Relentless. Yeah, I mean, that line is easier. I don't know why I... This is stronger if I can pull it together, right? And so... It was, I mean, that is actually a fair point, right? It was much stronger into the mid-game. I might have died if I hadn't gone this route, right? There is a universe where I would not have drawn my Dark Deal fast enough, and then if you're relying on Brawler Prince, you just leak a 180 and it's run over. So it's easy to look back and say, oh yeah, that was better because it plays better into the Divinity, but you also need to not lose the Fel right there. How am I ever killing enough units if I miss multi-strike at this upcoming shop? That's pretty much where I'm at here. How am I ever killing enough things? I think I have to take space. Gross. If I take space here, what am I even doing? Space means I have to dupe Apex Imp. Let me think about the alternative. The alternative is maybe I play one Imp behind Prince and one Imp behind Steelworker. Not Apex Imp, I'm talking about Welder Helpers, by the way. So it saps down things and then Prince with the Bounty Stalker behind, because eventually I don't really want Bounty Stalker to keep dying. It is hard to play. I think this run falls apart without Ember though. Genuinely. I am seeing a magic shop though. Space means I get a second Apex Imp, but it also muddies my draw priority, right? You could have 4 turns before I see Steelworker, which is really bad. Speed matters. In fact, I could realistically still remove Bounty Stalker, even though I've had him this whole run, basically. Like, he's at 154. This dude is crazy strong. In fact, if I see multi-strike, I probably should put it in him, right? That's actually kind of funny. I think having a third banner unit is wrong here. And I can potentially lean into Bounty Stalker a little bit. He is just killing a unit right now. So I'm going to take Ember here. It cleans up this run considerably, because I'm going to have so many holdover units. Ah, this is tough. You know what you do, actually? Why didn't I think of this? You take Ember, you remove Bounty Stalker, and you dupe Apex Imp, and you stick one behind the Prince. The first one you draw goes behind Prince, and then we have 2 floors, and the second one goes behind Steelworker. We have 2 Imps, which fits, right? Yeah, why am I not doing that? Use the Prince. Actually, the Wrathful Pivot was huge, right? Because He has stats. He'll be able to survive. Yeah, actually, we take Ember here, and then we're going to do that. I'm going to dupe the Apex Imp no matter what. It's fine. Okay, yeah. And then you play one Welder Helper on each floor, and that's enough hits. Yeah, that's enough hits. That wins, and the one behind Prince is the one that comes down first because you always have Prince in your opener. Play him middle on Divinity, and we're good to go. Yeah. That's excellent. Good. We have it. All right, cool. I had to navigate it. That does mean I have to go right here. I need to dupe the Apex Imp. Yes. Take the Pyre Remains. It's fine. Lost Luggage is huge. Snap Click. Mark of an Exile would have been fine. We go Wrathful 2 here. I want the extra 10 life. I don't really care about this. He gets 5 armor. Honestly, the 10 life matters to me. I'm going to click the Wrathful here. I don't need the extra Brawler hits. We look in the temple. I don't click any of these. I dupe Apex Imp right here. Yes, we go to 115 and we move on. I'll show you what this looks like on this combat. I should be able to reasonably take Aggressive Amulet here, so we click it. We are going to play a very good turn 1. In fact, so good. Oh, Crushing Demise. Genius. All right, so in that universe, I do want to play this Welder Helper right now. So what? Steelworker upstairs. Good thing I took Ember. Great, I love this Lost Luggage hit. Very strong. Let's see. I could also just sap this stupid thing. This Pyre Wings down to nothing here, and then it never swings. It's always Steelworker upstairs. Just get it out of your head otherwise. Yeah, I'm not even going to play Bounty Stalker, actually. True, yeah. So we do Steelworker on top. We do Prince middle. I Crushing Demise. I suddenly have more Ember than I thought I would. I can play 3 cards. So we take Welder Helper upstairs. Actually, I'm going to put it into the Prince right now. Yeah, cool. He needs to die. I play Bounty Stalker downstairs, and then I just Crushing Demise this whole floor. Cool. Cool. We do... Yeah, Apex Imp goes upstairs. Great job. Go team. Cool. Apex Imp goes middle. Cool. Go team. I'm going to play one of my Welder Helpers here and just drop Bounty Stalker. I'm going to scale the one on mid-floor here. Cool. We just play the Welder Helpers here. For sure. Play it middle. Yeah, good. I can actually Battering Ram annihilate one of these dudes. Pretty cool, huh? Kill the Dreg on bottom. I will Battering Ram this man. I think that's good. That is a 290. Good lord. It also means we kill this floor, which is cool. 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 So what is our molded? It's just a Dreg. We sap this floor out. We kill the man in front, which also means we take nothing here. I just send the Molten Encasement, and I send this Dreg for money. Yeah, this is going to look good. We're scaling mid-floor, by the way, because it's the one that's just hitting the enemies. But we clear it here. Like, we're looking good on this floor. So I'm going to start scaling top because that's relentless. And then I play Dreg, Molten Encasement downstairs because I want dollars. I could have put it middle, don't care, it's fine. Sure. Great job. Yeah, we just do Welder Helper on mid-floor. Cool. I do take Ember Drain, sadly. I think I just send this Rail Spike for 7. Oh. Wow, they both got upgraded. I was like, oh yeah, this is easy actually. No, it's not. I hit the horn brakes, but they do not do what I wish for them to be doing. That's funny, actually. Huh. Let's see, 146. Can I ever get this one in front down under that point? No, I don't believe so. I guess we just work on the middle dude. Sure. And accept the Ember Drain, sadly. It's fine. Take 2 Ember Drain there. We just keep playing the Welder Helpers, honestly. It's good. Yeah. Cool. We're good. Making cash, making money. We win on middle. Great job. Do I win in 1 round? No, I don't. I could make myself lose this floor if I want to. I think I should, because it's more money. The way you lose this floor is by Wicklash onto the back Apex Imp, and then you just send the dreg in front, or in back, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so we intentionally throw on this floor to get more money. Seems good to me. Cool. And then I just get to, I mean, there's no way I... Yeah. Like, I could play a Welder Helper, but it doesn't burn out, so we just battering ram him for 2,000, that's fine. Okay. Cool. Now we're finally about to get to the part where I'm actually genuinely scared. Branding right kills my Apex Imps, which is bad. Inflame number 3, no thank you. Wicked Blaze, Memories of the Melted, no. We stay the course, I want to remove cards only. And now I must go to the right. I have already duped everything. If I hit a multi-strike, this run cleans up a lot. If I miss a multi-strike, we have played our cards perfectly, so it will not affect us negatively. Yes. Yep, we're good. They show me a multi-strike. Okay, so viewers, this matters, right? This is an important point because if I miss multi-strike here, I still win. Okay, I have played this to my outs. I still win. Now with the multi-strike, I don't even need the second Apex Imp. The 3 hits here is enough. We'll clean it up elsewhere. I could also just multi-strike on this Bounty Stalker and that wins. It's fine. Show me Forever Flame video game and this run is really good. Hammered chest plates, no. Wing clippings, wrong Seraph, also just don't care. I'd rather buy removals. Impsicle is funny, but no thanks. Okay, I mean, run kinda sucks, it looks like. Fade's First Blade, rationing scales, mold braces. I'm just gonna buy a ton of removals, is what it comes down to. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove on virtually everything that they let me. So these torches are dead to me at this stage. All of them are dead to me. Yeah. True, just get rid of them. They are all bad. Just keep clearing them. 1 more to go. Torches, gone. Cool. All 5 are gone now. I buy the multi-strike. I think leaning into Apex Imp is just superior here, but we are at risk. Top floor is a concern. You could take it on Bounty Stalker. He is a little more secure here, I think. It's true. He is pretty decent on this floor. Just a very solid out-of-the-gate 162. Merchant of Trinkets. Do I buy any of these, though? Mold Braces is fine. It puts the armor on the wrong units, but it's fine. No, these are all bad. Okay. Removals are highly valued. I see 10 cards on turn 1. I see my whole deck in 3 turns. True. True enough. Getting rid of those torches helps a ton. Man, I was hoping for some better relics here. I think the multi-strike is safer in Bounty Stalker, but it should still be very strong into Apex Imp. Because I can always play the one behind Prince, right? You can always play the one behind Prince until you see the top floor setup. It's true. It's true. And he's going to scale to much higher points. The Bounty Stalker is just going to kill something. I'm going to take the Multi-Strike into Apex and Pure. I think it is fine. And I guess I just buy upgrades. Because I'm going to... I might be able to remove one more card. But... Bounty Stalker is surprisingly potent looking at this, actually, right? The Bounty Stalker gets Multi-Strike. I could give him a plus 25. He's remarkably durable and powerful. I also give him the quick if I re-roll into it. You know what? I actually pretty strongly believe that Bounty Stalker is the correct multi-strike here. At long last, our lad gets his moment. For a few reasons. I could re-roll, I could see quick. Okay? With quick, you put it on this dude, he's ridiculous. Cool. I reroll, I see endless. I don't really care. Whatever. I reroll, I see large stone. I don't take it. True. That's true. This is tough. Because, again, I'm thinking about the Divinity here. Who's going to be more secure winning line here? Bounty Stalker? I mean, it is just Apex Imp. We put it in Apex Imp, dude. Yeah, okay. We'll put it in one of these Apex Imps. Yeah, Bounty Stalker's fine. I was thinking about that pretty hard. And there's no other upgrade they could show me that really matters for this Apex Imp. He can't take life. Battlestone is pointless. He has quick already. I guess I could give him endless if they show it to me. That is a true statement. He dies, I bring him back. Okay, that's fair. Give Rage 7 to the other one then, just start him off a little higher, sure. We'll spin it here. Quick into that Bounty Stalker, probably pretty decent. Yeah, he shoots and then dies. I like it. True. True enough. Alright, I take the Rage 7 into the one that I gave the multi-strike. That's good. He's now stacked up. Fine. It's a pretty decent amount of initial damage as well. Cool. I take a plus 25 into what? Bounty Stalker? It doesn't really matter. It does not really matter. He's kind of just like shooting things and then dying. I want none of these relics, so I want to buy a removal here into what? Wicklash? Almost certainly. It is the least useful card in my deck right now. We went away from it. I clicked this Wicklash because it might have been the line for Prince. I was just kind of clicking cards that resulted in me not losing, but I no longer have any value in this burnout. True. True. What are my redraws, by the way? Let's see, it's just Ram 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then any imps, so technically 12. And also maybe Bounty Stalker. So 12 cards. So I redraw my whole deck in 2 turns, is why this matters. So it does technically mean there's a universe, one of my dudes dies, I reform it, and then Wicklash it? God, that's cursed, right? That is pretty cursed if I'm doing that. No, we don't do that. I just remove the Wicklash. Instead, I just draw my cards better. Yeah, the molded is fine because I can reform Stealth Tombs and buy extra turns of armor gain and things like that. So I think that's fine. Yeah, we just remove this Wicklash. It's good. And I will take a plus 25 into Bounty Stalker. There's no reason not to, genuinely. I don't really care about his scaling. He just kind of shoots something, right? Yeah, he's just going to shoot something, which is okay. I don't need this, though, right? What am I doing with this? It's actually better in a dreg. He's endless. I should bring him back, and he's stealthed, so it doesn't matter. He shoots into spikes and dies, but he only hits once. I guess I'll take a 25 into this dreg. I could always put it in front of Prince on a ridiculously bad draw order. It's completely useless in our Apex Imp. Yeah, okay, fine. We go to 0. 0 gold. Thank you, Memorial Fund. We're at 115 out of 100, which means Divinity is scary, but I have solved the run pretty comfortably. Alright, Sap Seraph. Let's go, bud. Too much thinking on this run. I think we've done it. We've done it. I'm pretty confident in this choice. It has been the safest pick throughout the course of the run. Right, so it is Steelworker on turn 1, good. We play the big Apex Imp up top. We play Hornbreaker Prince middle. I play Bounty Stalker bottom. I will take Dark Deal up top. It's fine. Yep. And I will Hornbreak the Shade Wings on bottom. Cool. And Bounty Stalker gets the kill exactly. Cool. Works for me. I mean, we win this combat. Just from here. This is a bad draw order, though. See, I mean, like, we haven't hit either Welder Helper, so you can imagine this being, like, the situation that results in problems. We just kind of send dregs downstairs. We just get all these units killed. And we put a Molten encasement on middle just so Prince doesn't die. Sure. Yeah, it's fine. And because we have the stealth, we're okay. We play Bounty Stalker. Both of these Welder Helpers go upstairs, which means we're super cool. We play Bad Drag downstairs. We just shoot one of these dudes in the back. It doesn't really matter what they do or how they die. We're fine. The quick means we win upstairs now. Cool. Alright, I mean, we're good. We've done it. Welder Helper upstairs. I'm going to start playing one middle so that this floor actually represents a credible threat. Yeah. We do Dreg, Molten Encasement, Awoken's Rail Spike for 6. Good job. I have pings for free now. We just kind of take these. Yep. It's fine. Just keep killing my units. I guess I should play this Dark Deal somewhere where it's useful. So I'll put it on middle here, I believe. Because this floor has a harder time scaling. Top floor is going to kind of go mad with power. I could reform Molten Encasement as well. Just take it up top. It's cool. Sure. Gives me 5 Ember next turn, which kind of matters, maybe. Probably not. Probably not. Bounty Stalker just comes chillin'. It's just big scaling up top, I think. Really. We're okay on middle. So we just go crazy on top floor. I will play the Inflame on the middle dude, though. It is value. I Crushing Demise bottom. Oh no, I killed my dude. I don't care. We're okay. We get through this combat. This one was never the one I was concerned about. It's a number of hits question, right? That is really the big challenge here. I will play one Welder Helper middle. It protects the Prince a lot. One up top, for sure. And I kill Bounty Stalker. Yeah. And I reform a Molten Encasement. For no real reason. Yeah, for no real reason. Cool. It's good. Alright, Bounty Stalker back in. My goal ultimately is just to get him to kill stuff here. I will play a Welder Helper middle, help out that floor a bit. One up top for sure. Top floor wins Relentless handily. We're just going to kill Bounty Stalker. The more scaling I get on him, the better off we are. Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, he kind of comes down, just kills some things, and then dies. I do waste a lot of sap on him, actually, interestingly. I didn't realize I was stacking up 9 into Seraph here. I'm actually just going to kill Bounty Stalker, then, is what that means, right? And now we just kind of send it on top floor, right? Yeah, we just send it on top floor. I could send it on middle floor, actually. It makes it even easier. We just kill Bounty Stalker, it's fine. I would rather the floors going into something else. Yeah. I think we win on middle here. Yeah, we do. So we play Bounty Stalker upstairs. We shoot him, get him a little more scaling. We take a Welder Helper middle and a Welder Helper top. I will reform. Dang. I don't need this money for anything. I could Crushing Demise top floor. There's no reason to. We win on bottom. I don't need the dollars for anything. My score is not as important to me right now. And this is what I'm hoping this run looks like into Divinity. The Prince will give some much-needed assurance. Honestly, the Lost Luggage hit is probably the most important part of this run. I think missing this, we would be much more in dire straits, I suppose. And we would be very happy with our decision-making at this point. We've hedged our bets. See, like, look at this turn 1, right? How do we do this? So it's... Okay, moment of truth. I don't think... There's a way through this that doesn't suck. There's also a way through this that's ridiculously good. Right? So here's the thought. It's Prince middle with this Apex Imp on this floor, right? Yes. I am in the unique scenario where I could protect this Apex Imp out of the gate into the Divinity, but it is the wrong one. So what you do is you play Molten Encasement first, you drop in Steelworker, and you then ping the Molten Encasement for the Ember, which lets you send the Awoken's Rail Spike. I think I will do this, actually. I think this is correct. So first, it's Molten Encasement upstairs. It takes the Ember Drain. Then it's Steelworker. And then it's this Apex Imp up top. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Right? It's okay. Let's see, I do see a good number of cards, because if I play this one up top, I can immediately keep it alive against 10 damage Divinity. That is an important point, right? I could also technically do it with the Inflame. No, I think we do this. This is secure. This is a guaranteed winning choice. Whereas everything else is not guaranteed. Bounty Stalker chills bottom. I get it. He doesn't do anything here, but it's fine. We just play Bad Dreg middle. I send the Awoken's Rail Spike for 4. Cool, yeah, so here's the thought. If I had gone this other route, this other Apex Imp dies. I wanted to leave 2 space here just in case we hit it. So cool, he comes in. Now he's going to slap middle. I'm going to give him some rage to start. And I think I can actually just get this Dread killed now. Cool. Alright, we got it. Good. So this is exactly what I was talking about. This is the protected approach that I'm really pleased we took. And now, mid-floor, we can protect this dude with the Welder Helper here. I play it in front of Apex Imp in case it gets shot. Very good. Changes the entire landscape of this floor. Top floor, our Imp is now also gaining enough armor to survive once the stealth vanishes. This is not the good Hornbreak, by the way. Important to note. That's true. It's not the good one. Let's see. 198. I don't think I can ever chew through this. So we just get Dregs killed on bottom here. Sure. And this Hornbreak goes somewhere, but it doesn't really matter where. Bottom, it just gets healed up. I guess we'll put it on the bottom floor. Sure. It's fine. Alright, we no longer are dealing damage or getting hit by the Divinity on middle. I should see my other Imp here, and yeah, the run is now fine. Good, 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 good. One imp up top. We keep the one imp on middle situation here. Very good. Yeah, we're good. Bounty Stalker just kind of shoots something. It's cool. I'm actually gonna crushing demise him. Great. It's fine. All right, we got it. And this is important because the prince actually represents a good amount of value now. Like, look at this. He gets hit, but because he's getting hit for a little bit here and there, he actually just kind of claps and gets some stats, right? It's very cool. Yeah, cool. We play Welder Helper upstairs, make his top floor feel really strong. You just send Bounty Stalker here. He just kills a man. It's actually pretty cool, right? Yeah, it's actually pretty neat. I played the stealth out on top, I suppose. Doesn't really matter. I'm doing it strictly for the Ember next turn in case that matters. I will Dark Deal middle one. Yeah, good. So this is exactly what you want, right? You have Apex Imp doing a lot of work, and then you have the mid-floor killing, top floor killing after, and you're good. We just battering ram the boss here. The mini-boss, that is. Right? I mean, he's dead. That's pretty good, huh? Which means those are free hits into the Divinity. Very cool. We just kill a Shade Wings here. And I don't know, play the Tomb in the back. I don't want to protect the Bounty Stalker, just let him get played again. We're fine. Like, we've got it. Identifying the 2-floor setup here was actually super clutch. Crushing Demise, hit the conduit, why not? This man shoots the front. Just keep playing the sap on every floor here. And we're good to go. Mid-floor is clearing it up. Top floor is clearing it up. Bottom floor kills a man. What a weird run. Yeah, so strange. It's really good, though. It's really strong. That's a 1,500 damage shot into the Divinity. We'll take it. I mean, why not, right? No, I'm gonna leave that Will Wings alive. I'd rather Bounty Stalker shoot here. And I will simply shoot the Wilt Wings then, so I get an extra hit into the Divinity. Seems good. Cool. We should win on this next turn, right? We have enough units that we pull off the kill. Yeah, we do. Cool. Seems good to me. And look at that. Beautiful. So just simply identifying that the prince actually mattered and then navigating that turn one. The lost luggage was important here, by the way. And then we just end it. Cool. Yep. Great job. And Prince kills the Divinity. All right, cool. So this is a very interesting run for me. And I have a lot to tell you because you got to see a lot into how I think on my win streak. This is a really important run. I have a hyper amount of educational value to just dumpster into your brain right after this. Let's go to the run summary. I'll talk about it there. Okay, so this is a classic example of just so many pivots and hyper analyzing the most powerful line at any given point. We were ridiculously weak early game. We walked out of Talos almost dead, and all we had to do was survive Talos, and I felt like we could win. Now, they showed us Apex Imp, which was great. Absolutely strong. We had a Steelworker. You could have gone the classic Steelworker into Apex Imp line. It would have been cool. And then you would have duped it on Ring 4 or something, and it would have been cool, right? You have this Welder Helper, you probably win off the back of that, right? But think about what we knew at the time. One, we didn't know the Sapstone was coming. Sapstone kind of changes this whole run in a big way, so we didn't know that was coming. So, great. We didn't also know that we were going to see this multi-strike. So I had to do a few things. One, I had to make sure I wasn't going to lose in the middle game, right? I had to make sure I wasn't going to die there. And I needed to make sure I was powerful enough to take these trials. They mattered, right? I mean, we saw a Memorial Fund here. A Memorial Fund represented a massive amount of gold on this run and enabled us to buy so many of the things we were buying. So really important, actually. And based on that, you have a lot of different considerations. If I had gone in on the Dark Deal without the Apex Imp, that run is very risky because you might not draw the Dark Deal. You can't click these trials. Definitely not, actually. It would be very bad. Apex Imp's obviously very strong. You could take that. You could put Steelworker inside, but you've already invested a lot in the Steelworker's survivability, which matters at that stage. And so, with that situation in mind, you probably don't take the Steelworker infusion until ring 6 when you can actually do that dupe, I believe it was. Or is it ring 5? I think you could have done it on ring 6, was the earliest. I don't remember. But suffice it to say, you probably wait on this infusion because you want something in front of Apex Imp. The other consideration, I have the Horned Warrior already in my deck because of the Bounty Stalker plan. I could have leaned into the Bounty Stalker plan. Look at this man. He has 250 attack. He contributed a hyper amount to this run. He saved us on Talos and was just too strong to remove at any other point of the run. He does too much damage. You can't get rid of him, right? You don't remove this guy. You've invested in him. He's really good. I could have given him the multi-strike. He would have carried my run. That was an option. But I think the Horned Warrior infusion into Apex Imp made us the strongest right then. And that enabled me to snowball and pick up steam from a very weak early game where we achieved very little value, right? And the Wrathful pivot on Prince made him a little more useful mid-game, but also meant that he could play as a makeshift tank late game. And he actually was killing stuff. This dude actually did a great job in the end. He did fine, thanks in large part to Jan Welderhelper, right? So that really mattered. And suffice it to say, if you go back and listen, you can see me choosing the lines that make me the most likely to win and the least likely to lose. And those are kind of different things, right? Because, for instance, the Steelworker in Apex Imp line is extremely likely for you to win. You have enough damage. You're going to have enough survivability. You have Railhammer. The run kind of feels busted, right? But, so you're very likely to win. But you're also quite likely to lose because you don't have enough hits on your floor. What if you never see the multi-strike on Apex Imp, right? You have two dudes that hit twice, and what? Your run loses, right? I mean, how do you kill the second unit? You don't. You sap it with Welder Helper and hope that it doesn't murder your pyre. That's not reliable. In fact, you probably lose when you do it that way. You get through the mini bosses at least, but you probably lose to some of those other things. Maybe you can pull it off with Crushing Demise and some other things, right? Maybe you battering ram one of them away, or you've got some tools at your disposal that maybe get you there. So cool. It's a much stickier line, I think. It's obvious, but we didn't have the multi-strike on it, and we had no mid-game steel shops of note that we could reasonably take. So I made decisions that maximized my win probability and minimized the draw orders that kill me. So I was very strong mid game, talked a lot on, I think, Ring 4, where we were just thinking through the myriad possibilities here. And then I walked into Ring 8 having duped my Apex Imp on Ring 7, and I said to myself, I know my line. If they show me no multi-strikes, I win this run right now. And that is a really strong position to be in. And we saw the multi-strike, so the run looked really ridiculous and fine. But it was a pretty hard-fought, well-thought-through run that hopefully is more insightful than you might expect from a run that has Apex Imp and Bounty Stalker together on it. Because, oh buddy, that is a beautiful run. It's a set of units you love to see. So hell yeah. Anyway, that's a lot of talking. It brings us up to 68 on the series. Really pleased with this run. I don't feel like it was a high roll by any stretch. We had a very convincing victory in the end. You saw a lot of components that quote unquote are high rolly, but at the same time, this was a hard run. We almost died and we almost didn't have the answer for Divinity, and we probably wouldn't have if I hadn't thought of the second Apex Imp line, one behind Prince. So, especially given the fact that I needed to keep my dude alive. So, yeah. Also, huge shout out to the Lost Luggage hit. This ended up being the clutch that I think really reduced the likelihood that I whiff, right? this means I'm seeing a lot of cards on turn one, probably seeing multiple banner units, which is beautiful. I want to be seeing those. I want to get that Steelworker in play right away with the Apex Imp. I wanted to play a Tomb so that I could do shenanigans on Stealth for that early turn to give him some formative armor, kind of snowball from there. And once we hit the Welder Helpers, which this puts me a lot of the way towards, then we're golden. So a really good run overall. I'm very pleased with this. I'm gonna have to come up with a cool title for it so that it actually sounds cooler than the thumbnail will make it look, right? Because you're gonna see Apex Imp and Bounty Stalker in the thumbnail and go, man, this run is a high roll. I don't want to watch it. And I want to convince you that this is actually a really good run. So yeah, fair enough. Anyway, hey, that's much as I got for you. So thanks a lot for watching this. I do really appreciate your time. It is a 2-hour episode of Apex Imp, so go me. Well done. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.